You got a phone? Yeah.
Right, Bobo standing up shaking that.
See one right there. Partner, help me out. Wait a minute.
Detroit, Michigan in the house. What up? I came straight off the airport. My luggage upstairs.
That's crazy, man. Oh, okay.
Chrisean, what time is it? Okay, look, I got the at the airport.
Yeah, I got a Chrisean, I wish you had a fake one. I got a fake one. Hey, I'm waiting on a fake one. We going on a cruise this time. Oh, that's fun. They tried to talk me into that.
You need a passport.
All right, here you go. We love her. I had to get a fake thing. I was scared.
Yeah, I settled yesterday. You bought a crib down there or down there?
The moment Chrisean Rock stepped off that scale, everything changed and nobody in that room was ready for what came next. The air was already heavy. Cameras flashing, voices overlapping, tension building from every corner. But the second her name echoed through the space, it was like a switch flipped. Fans surged forward. Family members pushed closer. Security tried to hold the line, but it was slipping fast. You could feel it. This wasn't just another weigh-in anymore. This was something bigger. Chrisean didn't even get a full second to breathe. Hands were reaching, people calling her name, emotions running high from every direction. Some were hyping her up, others were trying to get her attention, but all of it hit at once. The energy, wild, unpredictable, almost explosive, and right in the middle of it all, she stood there focused, but clearly feeling the pressure closing in. Because this moment wasn't just about numbers on a scale. It was about everything leading up to this fight, everything people had been saying, everything she had to prove, and just when it looked like things might calm down, they did in single quotes they got worse. What happened next didn't just continue the moment, it completely took it over. As the crowd tightened around Chrisean Rock. The noise level spiked to a point where nothing felt controlled anymore. It wasn't just cheering, it was shouting, arguing, calling out her name from every direction like everyone needed a piece of her at the same time. Security stepped in harder now, arms stretched wide, trying to create even a few inches of space, but the pressure kept building. The line between fan excitement and full chaos. It was already gone. You could see it on her face. She was trying to stay locked in, trying to keep that fighter mindset. But this wasn't a calm walk off. This wasn't a clean exit. This was a storm forming in real time, and she was standing right in the center. Family voices started cutting through the noise next, louder, closer, more intense. They weren't just watching anymore, they were inside the moment. calling to her, trying to guide her, protect her, speak over everyone else. And that's when things really started to shift. Because when family energy mixes with a crowd like that, emotions don't just rise, they collide. Someone pushed forward to hard. Security reacted instantly. And just like that, the first real spark hit. It wasn't a full fight. Not yet, but it was enough. Enough to send a ripple through the entire crowd. Phones lifted higher. People started moving faster. Everyone wanted to see. Everyone wanted to be closer. The energy turned sharp, unpredictable, like anything could pop off at any second. Chrisean took a step forward but got pulled slightly back by security. Not aggressively, but enough to show things were slipping out of control. You could tell she didn't like that. Her body language shifted. Her focus broke for just a second as she looked around, trying to read what was happening, trying to figure out where the tension was coming from. But there wasn't just one place. It was everywhere. Voices clashed, some hyping her up, others arguing with security, others just shouting for attention. The room felt smaller by the second, tight, loud, heated, the kind of energy where nobody is really listening anymore, just reacting. And then came another push. This one is stronger, more noticeable. Security had to step in harder now, physically separating people, creating a moving barrier as they tried to guide her out. But even that wasn't smooth. The crowd kept shifting, closing gaps as soon as they opened. It was like trying to hold back waves with your hands, impossible to control fully. Chrisean's expression tightened. Not fear but frustration. Focus mixed with pressure, because this wasn't just about getting through a crowd anymore. This was about maintaining control of her moment, her presence, her mindset before something big. And every second this dragged on, it pulled her further away from that calm zone fighters tried to stay in. A voice from behind shouted something sharp. Another voice fired back. Now it wasn't just noise, it was conflict. People turned. Attention split. Some still locked on her, others suddenly pulled into whatever was brewing behind the scenes. And in moments like that, things don't cool down, they spread. Security started moving faster now, urgency clear in every motion. They weren't just guiding, they were pushing through, creating a path whether the crowd liked it or not. You could feel the shift. This wasn't a normal exit anymore. This was damage control. Chrisean moved with them, but her energy had changed. She wasn't just walking, she was navigating. Eyes scanning, jaw set, absorbing everything happening around her. Because even if she stayed silent, she was fully aware this moment was being watched, recorded, judged from every angle. And then right when it felt like they might finally break through, the crowd surged again, longer this time. Louder. Closer. It hit like a wave crashing back in after you think you've made it to shore. People leaned in, phones nearly in her face now, shouting over each other, reaching out, trying to capture something, anything from the chaos. Security locked in tight formation. No more space left. Just movement. Forward. Step by step, pushing through the noise, the pressure, the heat of the moment that refused to settle. And right there, in that tight, moving circle, Chrisean didn't break, but you could tell she felt every second of it. The weight, the attention, the unpredictability of a situation that was supposed to be simple and turned into something else completely, because this wasn't just a weigh-in anymore. This was a scene, a moment that had already slipped past control and was now writing its own story in real time. And the wildest part, it still wasn't over, because just ahead, past the crowd, past the noise, past the struggle to get out, something else was waiting. And nobody saw it coming. Just when it finally looked like Chrisean Rock was about to break free from the chaos, everything slowed down, but not in a calm way. In that strange, heavy way where you can feel something else about to happen. Security had almost cleared a path. The crowd was still loud, still reaching, still pressing in, but there was a shift. Attention hangs in the air like the moment before a storm hits again. Chrisean stepped forward, eyes locked ahead, energy sharper now, focused, controlled. Like she was done letting the moment control her, and for a second it looked like she had it. Like she was about to walk out on her own terms, then a voice cut through everything. Loud. Personal. Close. Her head turned instantly. The movement stopped, and just like that, the entire atmosphere flipped again. You couldn't hear every word, but you didn't need to. The reaction said enough. Faces changed. The crowd leaned in. Phones lifted higher. Whatever was said, it mattered. Security tightened up immediately, stepping in closer, trying to block out whatever was about to unfold next. But the energy had already shifted. That calm exit. Gone. Now it was tense. Unpredictable. One wrong move away from turning into something even bigger. Chrisean didn't respond right away. She just stood there for a split second, processing, measuring, deciding, and that pause, that silence in the middle of all that noise. It hit harder than anything else, because everyone knew this moment wasn't just ending. It was setting up what comes next.